like circuits and things like that. But you know, what I want to get into first is really more just questions to you guys. First is, EMC right now is paying me to talk to you. I'm more or less on the clock, and I'm getting paid to stand in front of you and talk about stuff that has to do with like electronics and things like that. And so my question to you is, why would a company like EMC, which is a pretty big company, why would they pay me to come talk to you? What do you think?
Because they want children to learn about engineering.
Okay, true. But how does that benefit EMC? If you learn about engineering, why does EMC as a big company care? What do you think?
Because maybe someday you might
How about that? How about that? So how about if I come here and talk to you about engineering, and you like it, and you think that if I tell you something like nerds get paid, that might actually register to you. You know, maybe that registers with you. Hey, nerds make money. Maybe that actually, you know, sparks an interest, and later on, you study engineering, and then later on, you come back to EMC and fill out an application. Now, why does EMC need you to get interested in engineering? Why do we need you to get interested in engineering?
Like new stuff like more people can buy from them or money.
Oh, it's a company. If it's a company, it makes money. All companies make money. EMC is a company, therefore EMC makes money. And in fact, last year we made about $20 billion, right? So EMC makes money and likes to make money, and wants to continue to make money. Now, along with what you said, what if I followed up with another question that said, and that was, what's a baby boomer? Does anybody know what a baby boomer is? Does anybody?
I think it's like they start out small and then get bigger and bigger and bigger.
That is actually an exploding baby, which is not to be confused with a baby boomer, which is actually a generational thing. What if I told you that you are, I think, millennial generation? You have your generation. Your age is a generation. I'm Gen X, I think, maybe Gen Y, or on the cusp or the border of the two. You guys are millennial, so what do you think, or when do you think the baby boomer generation existed or exists, or what do you think that might be, with given that extra information that I just gave you? What do you think?
I think the baby boomer generation is about every time our kids were that smart.
Do you think we're getting dumber, right?
A little bit.
That actually, I have not seen any data on that yet, but that sounds like it might be true. So I'll have to look into that. What if I said something about, just in terms of history, World War II, which was back in the, which ended in the mid-40s, I think somewhere like in around 1944. World War II was ended, and all the troops came home, and subsequent to that, a bunch of babies were born. It was a boom in population. And that has been considered the baby boomer generation. Why am I telling you this? Because that generation liked engineering. This generation doesn't. Back in the 40s and 50s and 60s, when we were trying to get people on the moon, and we were doing, and NASA was cool, and technology was cool, and somebody invented a computer, engineering was cool, and people did it, people wanted to do it. That doesn't happen anymore. So, how old, if baby boomers were born in the 40s and 50s, how old are they now? Anybody have a guess? Really old. They're like dirt, right? They're just really old. So what are they about to do?
Retire.
They're about to what? Disintegrate. They're about to pass away? Okay. Pretty morbid. These are some really morbid responses. But what before they disintegrate or pass away, what might they do? Let's say they have a job right now and they're getting older. What are they about to do?
Retire.
They're about to retire. This whole generation is about to retire. EMC is about 55 to 60% baby boomers. The whole company is about 55 or 60% this generation, and they're about to retire. Which means, what are they going to leave behind? A bunch of jobs. So this brings me back to my first question. Why is EMC paying me to be here? Because we need you. Right? We need you to be interested in engineering, not just CSI Miami or whatever law shows on TV or whatever. Okay, maybe we need lawyers too and forensic pathologists as well, but we need engineers. we're going to lose them faster than we're going to gain them. And so I'm here to hopefully make sure that you get interested in engineering. Now, what I'm hoping might spark interest is something is when I tell you nerds get paid. When I tell you that EMC made $20 billion last year. I'm hoping that you will be interested not only in the fact that there's a lot of money there, but that there's a lot of jobs there. Next thing I'm going to ask you is, what does EMC do? What do you think we do? What do you think we do?
Like, make electronic things or fix them.
We do make them, and if what we make breaks, we do fix it. What kind of electronic things?
Like computers, sidekicks.
Computers. Just computers.
My brother wants to go to EMC.
Your brother what?
My brother wants to go to EMC. He likes to work with computers.
He wants to work at EMC? Well, I'm hoping that he applies, because we need people that have technical skills. So we make computers, right? Now, you got it. So we make computers. We make big computers. Does anybody here have a computer? Okay. Does anybody here have an EMC computer?
I have no idea.
You have an EMC computer?
Wait, look, how is it?
It would say EMC on it.
Oh, my dad has one.
Does your dad have an EMC computer? How big is it?
The screen's about this.
Well, see now I'm not sure it's EMC because EMC computers are about as big as a refrigerator. Now that we have small.
Son Bynum, come to the front. Your ride is here. Son Bynum, come to the front. Your ride is
We
here.
have a picture here of LeBron James standing next to an EMC computer.
He has a small one. He has that one.
Okay, he might. So now, next thing I'm going to ask you is, this is one of our smaller computers that we make. How much do you think that might cost? If you were going to buy one from us, how much do you think that might cost? No, take a guess. What do you think?
Probably
More. How much?
10,000.
I mean, we'd have to strip it